the most ridiculous transfer rumour of the year. If there is one thing that professional cycling loves more than a good mountain stage, it's a completely unnecessary, logic-defying, borderline comedic transfer rumour. And ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your helmet straps, because today's chapter of nonsense is about none other than Jonas Vingegaard, Tour de France champion, part-time introvert, full-time destroyer of world-class mountain goats, and now apparently the subject of the most bewildering rumour of 2025. Jonas Vingegaard to Uno X. Yes, Uno X, the Norwegian-Danish yellow and red team that has the vibe of a cheerful petrol station chain sponsoring a bunch of extremely fit Vikings. A team that just entered the World Tour and is basically collecting Scandinavian talent like a Pokemon trainer who refuses to use Pokeballs that aren't tinted with the Nordic flag. A team that dreams big, trains hard, and occasionally forgets that they aren't actually running the Norwegian national team. And somehow, people online decided this is where Jonas is going next. Now, before we get any deeper, let's pause and ask a basic question. Why? Why would Jonas Vingegaard, one of the best Grand Tour riders of the 2020s, move from one of the most scientifically extreme, robot efficiency obsessed, performance monastery teams ever created, to a team whose biggest claim to fame last season was, "Look at our cool new bus"? This is like saying Lionel Messi is leaving football to join a recreational five-a-side team because they have good vibes. Or like saying Tadej Pogacar will skip the Tour de France to focus on winning the Tour of Slovenia because he wants less pressure. But alas, rumours in cycling do not need logic, they need only the oxygen of social media, a Norwegian journalist tweeting something cryptic, and a fan who replies, "confirmed?" with enough exclamation marks to look authoritative. So the initial spark of madness, let's consider what actually happened. It all began when Uno X announced that they were entering the World Tour. Naturally, with this came media statements like, "We want to bring in Scandinavian stars. Big names would be welcome. We have ambitions." Cue the cycling internet. Forget the fact that Jonas is still mid-contract with Visma. Forget the fact that he literally said, and I quote, "I can't see myself anywhere else than in Visma." Forget the fact that Jonas is about as interested in transfer drama as he is in taking selfies with fans, which is to say absolutely not unless his wife tells him to smile. None of this mattered. The rumour engine was already roaring, powered by speculation, caffeine, and the permanently online cycling fandom. The general sagacity of cycling fans. You have to understand, cycling fans are not like normal fans. No. We are creatures of chaos. We see one photo of Jonas eating a cinnamon roll in Denmark and reportedly instantly declare that he's joining Uno X because their team camp is in Norway and Norway has cinnamon rolls. You think I'm joking? Oh, I assure you, this is the level of logic of cycling Twitter. Someone saw Jonas smiling once and immediately theorised that he must be leaving Visma because he, quote, "he looked too relaxed to still be at that team." The reality check from Jonas himself, well, finally the man spoke up because things were getting a bit out of hand with this rumour. What did he say? Was it a fiery rejection, a passionate denial, a monologue about loyalty? No. In pure Jonas fashion, he muttered in his ultra-calm Danish monk tone, "I can't see myself anywhere else than in Visma." Translation, please leave me alone. I want to train my 90-hour weeks a month in peace. It's a cycling equivalent of Gandalf saying, "You shall not pass," except delivered like someone who just woke up from a nap. And yet, did this really destroy the rumour? Of course not, because cycling fans hear, "I can't see myself anywhere else," and pretty much interpret it as, "Ah yes, classic misdirection. This definitely means he's going to sign with Uno X tomorrow." The theories begin to spark everywhere. Now, let us examine the three great theories of why this rumour even exists in the first place. Theory 1. Uno X wants Scandinavian stardust. This theory is the simplest. Uno X wants a star, and Jonas is the most famous cyclist alive from Denmark. That, well, besides maybe the guy who invented Lego. But wanting a star is not the same as actually getting a star. If desire alone got you a Tour de France winner, half the world tour would have Pogacar on speed dial. Uno X might want Jonas, but you know what I want? To win the lottery without buying a ticket. Life doesn't work like that. Theory 2. Jonas secretly wants to chill out. The second theory is that Jonas is tired of pressure, tired of 6.8 watts per kilo expectations, tired of being compared to Pogacar every single second of every day, tired of Visma's please fill out this 347-page training log or we will not allow you to eat dinner. Maybe he wants to join Uno X so he can just vibe, ride his bike, eat waffles, do some altitude camps without a dozen performance engineers poking him with lactate machines. This theory is hilarious because the idea of Jonas wanting a relaxed lifestyle is as believable as Remco Evenepoel voluntarily choosing to race track cycling for fun. Theory 3. Jonas is actually going to retire. This is the wildest theory, but it's gaining traction. Not because Jonas said so, not because his wife hinted at anything, and not because Visma leaked anything. Well, basically, because cycling fans saw him, they saw him say that Pogacar is the greatest rider of the generation, and immediately decided that he had lost his competitive fire. This theory goes, he complimented Pogacar, he must be retiring. Cycling fans are dramatic. Jonas doesn't actually care about this drama. Here's the real truth. Jonas Vingegaard does not care. He cares, he doesn't care about Uno X rumours, to be honest. He doesn't care about cycling debates on Twitter. He doesn't care about transfer speculations. He doesn't care about whether people think he's retiring or not. And sometimes we're not even sure he cares about cycling news. Jonas is a simple man. He rides his bike. He spends time with his family. He occasionally wins a Tour de France or two. Then he goes home and waters his plants and builds kitchens. Meanwhile, the cycling internet collapses into chaos every time he sneezes. The idea of Jonas losing his fire. Now here's where things get truly entertaining. People actually believe Jonas Vingegaard has lost his fire, but why? Well, because of what he said recently about Tadej Pogacar being the greatest rider of the era, and that's basically admitting defeat in my eyes, and a lot of you guys' eyes. Which, by the way, is objectively true, but cycling fans don't want truth. They want drama and competition. We want rivalry. We want drama. We want egos clashing like thunder. So when Jonas says something polite, fans interpret it as, oh my, he's given up. He's finished. He's retiring next week. Let's break this down logically. Has Jonas lost his fire? Is he still training insane hours? Well, yes. Is he still dangerously, fast and light in July? Yes. Is he still performing high-altitude monk rituals? Yes. Does he still absolutely humiliate 99% of the peloton on any climb longer than 20 minutes? Yes. Does he still stare into the camera with the expression of a man who has never known emotion? Yes. So no, I guess you could argue his fire is not gone. It is just simply quiet. Think of it like an introverted fire, a small Danish candle that burns with the intensity of 1,000 suns only when the gradient hits 10%. But let's entertain this theory anyway, because why not? Drama is fun. What if Jonas actually is preparing for retirement? Signs people point to are he seems calmer now, he praises Pogacar and admits he's better, he doesn't look bothered by rumours, he has a family he loves, he's not obsessing over being the best every single minute of every single day. He seems happy now. Cycling fans are just like, yes, happiness, clear sign of impending retirement. Well, I guess you could say it could be. Does he still have that fire he used to have back when he worked crazy shifts at the fish market? I don't think he does. I genuinely think that he's now just a bit comfortable and things are looking pretty down. Like this video for good luck. Subscribe if you're new to stay up to date with all of the latest cycling news. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.